Well, there is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. Things already rolling. Milan have gone with what looks like 3-6-1, Jim Beglin. What do you think?
Well, I'd be surprised if this were to remain as defensive as it's shaping up to be, Peter. You know, even 3-5-2, and the second striker sounds much better in approach. So if this genuinely becomes an exercise in getting behind the ball, we're in for something rather unambitious and unadventurous, and I hope that's not the case.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, goes for a shot! Goal! Manchester United! And he is away! The launch of a brand new hero. What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So, a breakthrough already. Great ball, and he's in here. Lewandowski. And it's Zielinski. And that's a dangerous ball. Bono! And he hits the net. 2, and we've barely begun here.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
He's on it, can he get away? Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Van Dijk gets it clear. And he shoots! No, just not quite.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
Bruno Fernandes. 2-0 ahead already. It's been an almost perfect start. Serginho. This is a promising build-up. He's had a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Manchester United find a position of real strength now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Modric. And it's Lewandowski. Manchester United have scored 2 quick goals here. Zielinski. Pass somewhat off target. Kubo. Bruno Fernandes. Here's Rafael Leao. Bruno Fernandes. In with the challenge. And it's Neymar. Here's Rafael Leao. Modric. Burmo. Shevchenko. Rafael Leao. Burmo, renowned for his long-range shooting. Space for him to turn and look. Saliba deals with that comfortably. Lewandowski. And it's Zielinski. And that has found him in acres of space. Terrific effort! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Rafael Leao. And Burmo. And here's Shevchenko. Real chance! And he's stuck it away. They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. Simplicity itself.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. No outsmarting him this time. Mbomo, Serginho, shoots! And that's in! They are purring, truly purring!
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
And now he has two.
Numero 27.
Manchester United are having a ball here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Mbomo! Mbomo! Oh, it's come off the upright. Manchester United looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45. Great chance! And there's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Modric. And it's Kubo. Now it's Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Zielinski. Rafinha. It's Van Dijk. Hakimi. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. Rafinha is onto this. Kubo. And it's Lewandowski. Burmo. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And that brings the first half to a close. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Manchester United have had it all their own way so far then, and they go in at the break in an utterly dominant position. Away we go again. Spread out to the left. Mbomo. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Rafael Leao.
Yeah, the hat-trick is definitely on his mind, Peter. He wants to get it over with as quickly as he can. Just about everything he's done, for me, he's done it with real conviction.
He certainly has. Really satisfying performance from him. A smiling satisfaction emanating from him. He is embracing this game. Now it's Messi. Rafinha. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And we have our very first corner. Rafinha!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass.
He'll try from distance, and it's come back out to him. Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Neymar. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Burmo being watched hawkishly here.
Well, this defence now...
And the shot! Oh, he really got hold of that.
Manchester United really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Modric to Bruno Fernandes. And this is Shevchenko. Odegaard. Lewandowski.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.113 spettatori.
And that's been won straight back. Great vision. Looking to play him in. Modric. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that is a chance for a shot! He's got a goal! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
65esimo minuto, numero 18.
Modric. Now Odegaard. Picked out and a chance! It's a loose ball. Zabani defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Messi.
Milan seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Zabani. And it's Camavinga. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And that has left him in a heap. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Burmo. And here's Shevchenko! Oh, crossbar! Van Dijk is there, and he can get that clear. And the shot! Oh, good finish! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Numero 13. Viene sostituito con il numero 19.
Van Dijk. And here's Shevchenko. Now he's running away. Rafinha! Rafael Leao. Great defending, strong and determined. Can he get on the end of this? A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Here's a chance!
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
And the number on the board is 3. Rafinha. Zielinski. And they can counter here. Threads one in. Oh, that looks a good ball through. That's a good ball. Rafinha! It's bounced back off the post. And that's that. Ah, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish. Manchester United can almost taste it. They don't need to seal the deal here and now, of course, but their supporters sense that they can do it, and they will settle for nothing else. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kick-off. Manchester United with just one principal objective: 90 minutes of action against opponents who will not give way. That's a cute ball. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this fella, Donnarumma, is someone who's been catching our eyes ever since he made his top-flight debut at the age of 16. He's had to grow up very quickly because of that. and it shows in his positional awareness and consistency. And you've got to remember, his shot stopping is second to none.
Yeah, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. Fernandez. Robertson. And Akanji. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Pinches it off him. Now it's Camavinga. Camavinga. Chedid. Van Dijk. And here's Shevchenko. Now it's Zielinski. Son Heung-min. Messi. Camavinga. Zielinski. Takes a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. Rafinha. And now a sudden chance to counter. Fernandez. Still goalless. Robertson. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Shevchenko.
Shevchenko really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball.
Great chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
And Mbeumo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Alexander-Arnold. And he shoots! Goal! Manchester United! And with that, they take a giant step towards the promised land. Ball and splendid authority in the finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, Peter, this now...
Oh, good spread. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's picked his way through. Chance! Didn't quite get enough on that.
...is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Now that looks a decent ball. Serginho in acres of space out wide. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Alexander-Arnold defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That pass isn't the best. Son Heung-min. Defending was strong and firm. Son Heung-min proves too strong. And he cuts out the supply. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And Mbeumo running with the ball. Alexander-Arnold. Manchester United are 1-up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Referee's given a throw. And it's Serginho. Tries to pass it through. And he was alert to it. Son Heung-min. And here's Shevchenko! And Shevchenko! Oh, he's been caught napping! Messi. Aimed beyond the defence.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
No, didn't quite have the weight on it.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. That is ended up in no man's land. That is a brilliant interception. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution in progress.
That gets us going once more. Manchester United currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Well, that is one way to stop him. No, again there's no way through. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's fabulous. Trossard.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Knocks it into space. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. He's shifting through the gears here. Shevchenko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Caicedo. Just eases him off the ball. Trossard. And that's a throw-in. Can he get on the end of this? That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there.
Well, sometimes you can see it coming a mile off, yet because of the timing of both the run and the pass, it can be hard to stop. Always next time.
Valverde. Manchester United just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. That's a lovely, neat pass. Trossard. He has found the way through. So we've reached the hour mark. Now it's Zielinski. Nicely weighted ball. He's had a shot! It's hit the upright. Opts to play it back. He's on it. Can he get away? Serginho is flagged offside.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Now this could be a chance. He is through here. Backward it goes. Serginho is there and he can get that clear. Van Dijk clears. That's a throw. Shevchenko dominates aerially so often. Obama! Just a tiny bit high.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
No, that was never going to make it. Camavinga. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Rafinha. And Burmo. And this is Shevchenko. And it's Camavinga. Now it's Kane. Van Dijk does really well to win the ball there. Jimenez. And Alexander-Arnold. Can he get onto this? Lovely feet.
Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
He's found the way through. They get a throw in. And he's whipped it across. And he gets rid in a hurry. Out towards the flank. And claimed it back swiftly. Oh, there's a probing ball. Rafinha. Serginho. And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Camavinga. A probing pass. Pass somewhat off target. Manchester United are looking to secure promotion, but they are going to have to do it the hard way by the looks of things.
It's giving their manager more than just a headache, as you can see.
Tries a shot! Oh, good finish! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
There will be 3 minutes.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Rafinha. Zielinski. That's a nicely shaped ball. Chance, surely! Just cruising! They are cruising! It's all becoming so easy. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A statement win on a crucial day, and now major tests await. Well, there is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. So straight into the action. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. He's very effective, pushing people back by almost joining in central midfield himself. And, you know, he has a real air of authority about him now as he matures through the game.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Oh, that's superb. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Manchester United! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And it's made its way to him. And once more, he proves rigid and robust. Messi is standing over this one. Messi! That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Hazard. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. The ball has bounced loose now.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And that's a dangerous shapes to shoot! And that's a sharp finish! And that takes him up to double figures, the first significant goal-scoring landmark. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Shoots! Goal! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Madrid cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Mbappe! It's loose now and they want to get it back. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Hazard. He's picked his way through. Now it's Rafinha. Madrid claiming a corner and the referee concurs. He leaps for it. And he has kept it out somehow.
Hazard is offering a right smile there.
Now this could be a chance. He's shifting through the gears here. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. No, it's come to nothing. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Engages and forces him off the ball. Looking for the run. That pass has been well intercepted. Howson kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Alexander-Arnold. Now Howson. Van Dijk. Hakimi. And it's Hakimi. Nicely weighted ball. That's a shade optimistic. Serginho. Hakimi charging forward down that flank. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And it's Hakimi. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. Plays a sharp little ball here. Stood up well to him there. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Zabani kept his eye on it, and he's there. Kamavinga. Zielinski. Zielinski looking to receive it in space. And that's an errant pass. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Rafinha, he can run onto that. Big chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Manchester United really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Alexander-Arnold. Messi gets into a good position. He's found a way through. Drills one in. Oh, there's a probing ball. Rafinha. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Mbappe takes a shot! And that's a tidy finish. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah.
And it's half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, it has been a high-octane first half, full of action, both sides with 2 goals going in at half-time. Back on the... Ah, he's given it away! Burmo. Rafinha. Camavinga. Pass somewhat off target. Rafinha. Madrid needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now that looks a decent ball. And he welcomes it in. Nice bit of trickery. It's a sweeping cross. And he's heaved it away.
Hazard really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Gets a good foot in there. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And no, that was never going to make it. Goes looking wide. Tries to pass it through. Good ball, good take. That'll be a corner. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter.
71,898.
Hakimi. And Rafinha threads one in. Opts to play it back. Oh, cracking ball. Rafinha. Shot a goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Camavinga really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
So, third corner of the game. That's not going far. And it's Valverde. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Rafinha. It's a good spell of possession, this. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Madrid clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Van Dijk. Rafinha. And it's Serginho. And he was alert to it. Oh, good-looking ball. Azar. Cute ball now. How can he reach it? Oh, just skips past his man. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Can he get it through? And he's cut it out. Alexander-Arnold. Rafinha looking to add to his goal. And this is Shevchenko. Spread out to the left. Camavinga. That's destined for the flank. Hazard. Madrid have a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Messi looking to play it into the box.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He has found the way through. That's a sharp pass. And it's Serginho. Can he finish? It goes to show he is human after all.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Rafinha. He shifted it to the flank. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Burmo. Camavinga. Nice sequence of passes this. And that's gone loose. Can he get on the end of this? This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Messi. Back towards the middle. Now that's well seen too.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Camavinga and Rafinha. Messi. Camavinga. 2 minutes to be added on. Messi is in a really good position out wide. Van Dijk. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Crosses it. Great chance! Oh, that could be pivotal! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! And that'll be the end of that. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, in all honesty, Peter, this would have been seen as a very winnable game, but it turned into...